Now, that's more like it. You know, in yesterday's video report, I happened to mention that the weekend prior, that the various handicappers that I chose and had big plays that I put on at huge discounted prices managed to go 8-1-1 combined. And then on Saturday, everybody took it on the chin, which, hey, it's gambling. There are no guarantees. It's going to happen sometime. But yesterday, those various handicappers had 7 plays I chose to discount at least half price off, down to $5. And 5 of those 7 guys won. And it could have been 6 out of 7, if not for one of the most heartbreaking losses. And I'll tell you, this is why, there are no guarantees in gambling, and you just can't get caught up in the emotion, while you can't celebrate the wins, you can't lament the losses, because it'll drive you nuts. You've got to be able to stay clear focused to do this for a daily basis. That's the bottom line. You as gamblers, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. And what I'm speaking of in this particular case is what happened to Matt Rivers yesterday. He had the 5th ever blank check NFL play of his career going yesterday. And this is a guy who had 10 of these plays in October and hit 9 out of 10, okay? 4-0 sweep with previously, all in late September to October with those NFL releases. Well, he had the Broncos yesterday, and you know how bad the Broncos look. But then suddenly, third quarter into the fourth, Peyton Manning catches fire, and then you get the pick 6, and you get the Broncos up by double digits, laying the 7, and you're feeling pretty good. Until Ryan Tannehill just marches that damn Dolphins team right down the field and gets the backdoor cover with a minute and change to go. So it was a tough loss for Matt Rivers. But at the same time, the Denver Broncos comeback also made a winner out of Shawn Michaels, who hit teaser winner number 41 out of 61. Another $100 play, Green Bay and Denver. Well, today he is the half-price play of the day as he goes for winning day number 125 out of 207. It's $100 interconference lock of the year. New Orleans and Baltimore, your side, matches yesterday's $100 teaser winner. It's his Monday night $100 NFL winner number 3 out of 4 this month, and he is now 53, 26, and 3 with $100 releases in the NFL over the past 5 years, and this is just one of the reasons why. He is the winningest handicapper in football, pro and college combined, here at the site over the past 5 years, making $10 bettors a little over $32,800. Hell, in all sports combined over the past 19 months, those same $10 bettors have made over $26,000. You get it for half price by using coupon code HALF. And FYI, Jeff Benton, very nice comeback by Jeff Benton, which, hey, listen, with the way the guy has been winning, are you really surprised? On Saturday, he had the first ever $250 play of his career, and he was on the wrong side of the Ole Miss-Arkansas game. And let me just remind you all again out there that Ole Miss is a fraud, okay? Just a fraud. And you watch. Now they'll probably upset Mississippi State in the Egg Bowl. Stranger things have happened. He lost that play after hitting 4 straight Saturdays with $200 releases, so he's obviously playing with somebody else's money. But yesterday, he came right back with a $75 winner in the NFL and cashed once more with the Bengals outright as the road dog at the Texans. Well, today he's going for winning day number 23 out of 33. He's made $10 bettors over $20,000 since early April. He's on a 95-70 Monday night run, and I tell you this because he and Shawn Michaels are on the same side of tonight's Ravens-Saints contest. And for Jeff, it's $75 winner number 8 in a row in the NFL. So there's a little heads up for you there. There's a lot of other stuff going here tonight. Trace Adams, how about props going out to Trace? Yesterday, you got a Sunday night total winner number 2 in a row with the Giants and Cowboys over. You got it for $9. Last Monday, or the previous Sunday, you got a $9 winner from him as well. Sunday night total of the year, part number 1 with the Patriots and Colts over. Tonight, Monday night total of the year, his raised the bar 1,500 star NFL winner number 3 in a row, Saints Ravens over under. And you get it for $9 tonight by using coupon code TRACE9. And props going out to Scott Delaney, who yesterday hit the 3rd ever $200 football release in the NFL of his career with the Colts. Today, one and only $100 AFC total of the year. Bills and Jets, guys. You might want to check that out. Save $95. 71-43 run with $100 plays. Of course, you just got a $100 winner from him for just $22 on Saturday. Remember Texas Tech over Iowa State. All your coupons, all your good stuff over on the homepage. Let's talk about these games here tonight. Now, I think the New Orleans-Baltimore game is the better of the two games, okay? And I'll tell you why here in a minute. That's why my best bet happens to be an early college basketball release, which you can get for a ridiculously low price. Again, check it out early. It goes 5 p.m. Eastern Time in the Maui Invitational, as you've got Mizzou taking on Arizona. But I've got to go with New Orleans minus the 3. I know the Saints have lost consecutive home games, which is really surprising when you consider you thought they were starting to trend upwards after beating the hell out of the Packers at home, after going again the monkey off their back with the win 28-10 solid at Carolina. They come home and they get upset in overtime by San Francisco, and then they just get thoroughly outplayed last week. So the Saints are definitely in a must-win situation. You've got a 4-6 team against a 6-4 team. Now the Ravens are coming off the bye. Last game, they snapped a 2-game skid after getting hammered by the Steelers and getting, who else did they lose to? Oh, getting picked off by the Bengals for a second straight game. They managed to take care of business against a lousy Tennessee team, 21-7. Now, clearly, the Ravens are going to try to run the ball here tonight against this New Orleans soft defense. And can you blame them? And Justin Forsett is clearly the guy to do it. And listen, there's some interesting trends here in this game. You know, Baltimore's on a 10-2 ATS roll off the bye. But then again, this is also a Ravens team that's just 2-6-1 in their last 9 road games. This is also a Baltimore team that's only won 4 times in its last 13 road games going back to last season. And as for the Saints, yes, they have lost 2 straight games at home. But they had won 40 out of 51 straight up at the Superdome before those 2 straight losses. So I got to go with New Orleans here. Because, listen, you know, Drew Brees only has been sacked 13 times, even though he's dropped back 417 times this season. And the Ravens' pass rush isn't that good. And their secondary is a makeshift secondary at best. You know, it's just not that talented. So I think it's going to be a high-scoring, entertaining game, but I got to go with the Saints. And at 3 or 3.5 or 4, I'm buying down the half points on New Orleans. Now, Buffalo and the Jets, you know the deal here. Rescheduled, moved to Detroit, blah, blah, blah. 17 people may show up for this game tonight, even if the tickets are free. What can I tell you? You know what? I actually like the Jets in this game, and for one reason, for one simple reason. Whose lives were disrupted more by that snowfall in Buffalo, and now the potential of massive flooding as well? It's the Bills players who didn't know where they were going to play the game, who now had to hop on a plane and fly to Detroit to play what should have been a home game. And this isn't like the Bills going to Toronto and playing a pseudo-home game, okay? This has disrupted their lives. These are guys that have friends and family that live in the Buffalo area. These are people that have real lives outside of football. It's not like a cocoon, okay? They'll find solace in playing the game tonight. But you got to wonder what their mindset is as well. They sure weren't impressive the last time they hit the field 2 Thursdays ago at Miami, taking a 9-0 lead and then losing 22-9. Now, you remember what happened the first time these two teams met. Geno Smith, 113 interceptions, and the Bills rolled in that game 43-23. Well, thankfully, Geno Smith only watches the games like you and me now, and Michael Vick is going tonight. Now, has Michael Vick been sacked 1 out of every 14 times he's dropped back to pass the ball this year on his pass attempts? Yes, he has been. And do the Bills have a great pass rush? Yes, they do. But listen, Jets have a little momentum, you know, and they had extra prep time after upsetting the Steelers at home. So I like them in this spot here tonight. So I'm going to go with the Jets. Now, in college basketball, a big showdown here tonight. Matchup between the nation's number 12 and 15 teams. Villanova taking on VCU in Brooklyn at the Barclays Center where the Nets play. I like Nova in this one, especially considering Nova really struggled to a 72-65 win over Bucknell on Thursday night. I know they struggled in that game because I thought they were a good play in that game, and I think I gave them to you as a free play, laying 20 points. Didn't even come close. I did use VCL in their season opener against Tennessee. I then went against VCU in their second game at home, grabbing Toledo plus 13 points or 11 points, and they only lost by 9. Listen, you've got two teams that love to shoot the 3 ball. 45% of the Rams' shots so far through 3 games have come from beyond the arc. 42% of Villanova's shots so far have come from 3-point range. You've got two teams that like to press you. The Rams have forced 60 turnovers in 3 games. They've committed 38. The Nova Wildcats have forced 66 turnovers in 3 games, and they've committed 28. Why? Because they both have deep backcourts, okay? Now, VCU uses more of that full court pressure than Villanova does. Villanova is more of a trapping team. Villanova also has a big guy in the middle that's going to be the rim defender as well in case that trap breaks down, okay? So they have an advantage there. Interestingly enough, they played one cupcake that they share so far today at a meal, and that's been Maryland Eastern Shore. And all I can tell you about that game is it means absolutely nothing because VCU rolled 106-66 at home, and Villanova won 81-44 at home. I'm a little concerned that Villanova's only hitting 28% of its three-point shots. But listen, this VCU defense, they're giving up 71 points a game so far. And they foul a lot, too. And Villanova's a very good free throw shooting team. So I'm going to go with Nova minus the 1.5 here in this showdown because I think the Big East team, Nova, is better than the A10 contender, VCU. And that's your final free pick. Best of luck to you guys, and I will catch you again tomorrow when we do this one more time.